This is a Bigjigs wooden railway. London and North Eastern Railway, LNER, Green Arrow number 4771 engine model. The LNER Class V2262 steam locomotive, number 4771 Green Arrow, was built in June 1936 for the London and North Eastern Railway at Doncaster Works to a design of Nigel Gresley. The first built and sole surviving member of its class, it was designed for hauling express freight and passenger trains, and named after an express freight service. Initially allotted the number 637, it was fitted with curved nameplates over the middle driving wheels. Before entry into LNER service, the number was altered to 4771, and the curved nameplates were replaced with straight nameplates mounted on the sides of the smokebox. In order to do this, the builder's plate, Doncaster Works No. 1837, had to be relocated to below the cab windows. The locomotive was later allocated number 700 in 1943, but this never carried and was revised to 800 in April 1946, and that number was applied by the LNER in November 1946, and 60,800 by British Railways in February 1949. Green Arrow was withdrawn from British Railways service in August 1962, and selected for preservation within the National Collection. It was restored at Doncaster Works. With work completed in April 1963, it was followed by almost 10 years of storage, during which it was moved several times. A transfer from Doncaster to Hellifield occurred in October 1964. The locomotive was moved to Wixton in 1967. This was intended to be the final temporary home, since it was intended that Green Arrow would become one of the permanent exhibits in a municipal museum which was proposed for the nearby city of Leicester. However, before the museum was ready, demolition of Wixton Locomotive Depot was scheduled, and the locomotive was sent south to the Preston Park shops of the Pullman Car Company in September 1970. The National Railway Museum, NRM, was then being planned, and in November 1971 Green Arrow was selected for the National Collection, items from which would form the main display in the NRM. The locomotive was again moved, this time to Norwich Depot in January 1972, where it was returned to working order. The first trial trip, to Ely, was on March 28, 1973. It then commenced a series of runs at the head of special trains, before being moved to Carnforth on July 2, 1973. In September 1979, Green Arrow headed the Centenary Express, as part of an exhibition tour of the country organized by Travelers Fair to celebrate the centenary of on-train catering. Green Arrow ran in preservation until being withdrawn from service on April 21, 2008, shortly before its boiler certificate expired. After a series of commemorative runs on preserved railways, the locomotive moved to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway for their LNER Gala. Following the first gala weekend, the boiler was found to have 2 cracked superheater tubes. Temporary repairs allowed the loco to make a final run on the second weekend before being finally withdrawn. Following this, the loco returned to the National Collection and is on static display at the National Railway Museum's locomotion site at Shildon. In 2015, it was announced that Green Arrow is one of the planned exhibits for the Great Central Railway's proposed railway museum located at Leicester North Station. In February 2021, it was announced that the locomotive had been loaned for 3 years to the newly relocated Dagenham Gallery. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel.